Right then. Do I need to... fuck it. Let's go new... Origins. We want the first one. Then we can play Wake and Ending later. At some other point in time. So is the Golden City, blackened with each step you take in my hall. Marvel at perfection, for it is fleeting. You have brought sin to heaven, and doom upon all the world. Canticle of
The chantry teaches
Trinities.
us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead they destroyed it. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The Dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation. Until the Grey Wardens,
Flashing images.
men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings, the Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness, and prevailed. It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long. It may even be too late, for I have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all.
Oh, dearie me. We're all doomed. Right, what do we want? Human, elf, or dwarf? Human. We want to be... Oh, it doesn't tell me what class I am. Get this fellow with these short shorts. Look at that. Gorgeous. Aiden Koosland. That'll do. Oof. Not that fella. That guy looks kind of like me. He's got the same sort of hair. What we got? Hair? Me? No. Terrible. Don't have any of those. Oh, okay, no, there we go. Yeah, that's a bit more like it. Kind of. That one's probably the closest. That'll do.
How do you do?
Cocky. That's the one. Should we just go like full decks? Bosh. We want that. Do we not have... Where's lockpicking? No, that's no good to me. Where's... I need the lockpicking. Whatever. Ah, there we go. Look, we got two points. We go lockpicking. We may as well. I want to go dual wield. Or do I want to go archery boy? Archery boy. 30 decks. Okay. Normal. That will do.
For generations, your family, the Kuzlans, has stewarded the lands of Highever, earning the loyalty of your people with justice and temperance. When your country was occupied by the Orlesian Empire, your father and grandfather served the embattled kings of your land. Today, your elder brother takes up House Kuzlan's banner in service to the crown, not against the men of Orlais, but against the bestial darkspawn rising in the south.
Bestial.
I trust then that your troops will be here shortly.
I expect they will start arriving tonight, and we can march tomorrow.
I apologize for the delay, my lord. This is entirely my fault.
No. The appearance of the Darkspawn in the south has us all scrambling, doesn't it? I only received the call from the king a few days ago myself. I'll send my eldest off with my men. You and I will ride tomorrow just like the old days.
True, though we both had less grey in our hair then, and we fought all legions, not monsters.
At least the smell will be the same. I'm sorry, Pup, I didn't see you there. Hal, you remember my son?
I see he's grown into a fine young man. Pleased to see you again, lad.
And you, Hal.
My daughter Delilah asked after you. Perhaps I should bring her next time.
She's quite a bit younger than me.
As you get older, those years make less difference. A lesson often hard won.
I doubt he'll be receptive, Hal. My fierce boy has his own mind these days, make her bless his heart.
As uniquely talented as his father, I'm sure.
At any rate, Pup, I summoned you for a reason. While your brother and I are both away, I'm leaving you in charge of the castle.
What? Oh, right, okay. Thought he was meaning as in the Earl Howes, he's his brother. They say he wants me to marry my sister. No, cousin. I'll do my best.
Now, that's what I'd like to hear. Only a token force is remaining here, and you must keep peace in the region. You know what they say about mice when the cat is away, yes?
Yeah.
Also someone you must meet. Please, show Duncan in.
It is an honor to be a guest within your hall, Tyrn Cousland.
Your lordship, you didn't mention that a Grey Warden would be present.
Duncan arrived just recently, unannounced. Is there a problem?
Of course not. But a guest of this stature demands certain protocol. I am at a disadvantage.
We rarely have the pleasure of seeing one in person, that's true. Pup, Brother Aldous taught you who the Grey Wardens are, I hope.
They defeated the Darkspawn.
Not permanently, I fear.
Without their warning of the Darkspawn rising now, half the nation could have been overrun before we'd had a chance to react. Duncan is looking for recruits before joining us and his fellow wardens in the south. I believe he's got his eye on Sir Gilmore.
If I might be so bold, I would suggest that your son is also an excellent candidate.
Honor though that might be, this is one of my sons we're talking about.
Is there a reason I shouldn't join them?
You did just finish saying that Grey Wardens are heroes, old friend.
I've not so many children that I'll gladly see them all off to battle. Unless you intend to invoke the right of conscription.
Have no fear. While we need as many good recruits as we can find, I've no intention of forcing the issue.
Pup, can you ensure that Duncan's requests are seen to while I'm gone?
Yeah.
In the meantime, find Fergus, and tell him to lead the troops to Ostagar ahead of me.
Where is he?
Upstairs in his chambers, no doubt, spending some last moments with his wife and my grandson. Be a good lad and do as I've asked. We'll talk soon.
Jesus. I was a bit spazzing out a bit, wasn't it? Right then.
Good evening, my lord.
Yeah. What can I loot? Item set, that's cool. Let's loot. Loot. Do I need to go that way? A chance, I do. Terrible painting. Oof. It's a lot of things to look at. Go in there and go in there. Let's have a look. Oh. Look at that. Getting all the XP. Oop.
Going.
Chapel. Goes up that way. They're all here praying. Don't want to interrupt them too much.
Yes.
Book. Oh. I mean, there's more books? Or is that just like a... So used to jumping.
Good evening, my lord.
Oh yeah. Got a mace.
Going.
Very expensive silver bowl. So that goes back into there.
And I'm off.
Oh,
Ah, no.
we were just,
Playing cards.
well, the treasury's safe. I'm not even sure why the Terran stationed us here.
Did you always question your duties?
No, my lord, of course not.
Forget about it. This time.
Yes, my lord. Thank you. We won't forget this.
Yes. I can't unlock it anyway. Is there more special books? Nope. Key. Got 4 pennies off of him. I can't take that fella's pennies.
There you are.
Oh.
Your mother told me the Terran had summoned you, so I didn't want to interrupt.
Hello to you too, Sir Gilmore.
Pardon my manners, my lord. It's simply that I've been looking all over the castle for you. I fear your hound has the kitchens in uproar once again, and is threatening to leave.
Did the dog get into the larder
No
again?
matter how the maids try to keep him out, he always finds a way in. You know these Mabari hounds. They listen only to their master. Anyone else risks having an arm bitten off.
I guess I should go and collect
That
it.
would be wise, before Nan tears down the walls. You're quite lucky to have your own Mabari warhound, you know. Smart enough not to talk, my father used to say. Of course, that means he's easily bored. Nan swears he confounds her just to amuse himself. At any rate, your mother would have me accompany you until the matter is settled, shall we?
To the kitchen then.
Just follow the yelling. When Nan's unhappy, she makes sure everyone knows it.
Good evening, my lord. Going.
What do we nick? Another elf root. Atrium. Oh, look at that shot. That oil in there. And more books. Spend half my time like doing that crap. Right, let's go in.
Evening, my lord.
Good evening. What's that down there? Nothing. Let's worry about getting the dog. Right.
Get that bloody mutt out of the larder.
But, mistress, it won't let us near.
If I can't get into that larder, I'll skin both of you useless elves. I swear it.
It's not very nice.
Calm down, good woman. We've come to help.
You and you. Your bloody mongrel keeps getting into my larder. That beast should be put down.
He's not a mongrel, he's pure.
A blight wolf is what he is. How am I supposed to work like this?
What a face.
Dear. Mistress, calm down, please.
That's it. I'll quit. Inform the turner. I'll go and cook at some nice estate in the Banorn.
Nan, please. We'll get the dog. Calm down.
Just get him gone. I've enough to worry about with a castle full of hungry soldiers. You two, stop standing there like idiots. Get out of the way.
Throwing her hands about. Like it's gonna do anything. Zoom in or zoom out? No. Oh. Okay. That's all the way down there, and I was over here. Okay. Look at the size of the fella.
Oh, look at that mess. How did he even get in here?
Creepy look. Trying to tell me something, boy. Right, what's up with you?
Seems like he's trying to tell you something. Wait. Did you hear that?
Let's call him Fred. Dear. There's rats.
Let's do this quickly, shall we? Not bad at
Giant
all.
rats? It's like the start of every bad adventure tale my grandfather used to tell. Your hound must have chased them in through their holes. Looks like he wasn't raiding the larder after all.
Yes, thank you. Those were very large
I've
rats.
seen larger. They come up from the Kakari wilds sometimes. But seeing as you've got your Mabari well in hand, I'll be on my way. I'm to prepare for the arrival of more of the Isle's men.
Okay, thanks, mate. I'll raid the larder now, though. Look at them all. There's loads of them. Come along then, Fred.
There he is, as brazen as you please, licking his chops after helping himself to the roast, no doubt.
Actually, he was defending your larder from rats.
Look at him now.
No!
Snuck into my larder once again and makes off like a free thief, he does.
Oh, mistress, there are rats in the larder. Big ones.
Oh, looks like the dog killed them.
Oh, I bet that dog led those rats into there to begin with. Oh, don't even start with the sad eyes. I'm immune to your so-called charms. Here then, take these pork bits and don't say that Nan never gives you anything. Bloody dog. Thank you, my lord. Now we can get to work. That's right, you two. Quit standing about. Thank you again for your help. Now, if you'll just hold on a moment. Yes?
So you know...
Rodney, get moving with those casts. And Kath, do you think you can serve that to the turn with dirt from the floor all over it?
Miserable old bat.
Old bat, am I? We've got to work double time on supper, sweep out the hearths, and no complaining.
Any more rat problems?
Don't even mention that. These two will run like a pair of frightened kittens, and then where will I be? Thank you for coming to your old nanny's rescue. That blasted hound is more trouble than he's worth. He is.
No, he's alright, isn't he?
Don't start with me. You've gotten all you're getting today. But what about you, my lord? Been keeping safe and well behaved, I hope?
When it's convenient.
To be truly good is doing right by others even when it doesn't suit you. Do you remember that bedtime tale I used to tell you? The dog that bit?
I remember it, yeah.
Then you can start.
Once upon a time, there was a dog and he bit somebody.
You'd think I hadn't told you this tale 1,000 times. Before our fathers' fathers came down from the mountains, a warhound was born to the elder bitch of a tribal chief. They named him Hahaku and gave him everything. He grew up a fine, strong pup, destined to be the partner of the chief's eldest son.
Haku grew prideful.
The young hound became arrogant, taking food from his kin and warning them, in the way of dogs, that the chief's family would punish them if they tried to attack him. Years passed, and the time for the chief's son to take a warhound came closer. Hahaku's pride swelled, and many of the people of the tribe came to the chief, quietly whispering of this dog's bullying. With each complaint, the chief saw only Hahaku's strength and pride, and sent his people away. But as his son grew, the chief watched more closely. The day might come when his boy's life would depend on this dog. If the humblest of his people would not trust Hahaku, how could he?
Haku's own misdeeds bit him.
When the day came, Hahaku sat proudly waiting to be called, but the old chief chose Hahaku's brother as his son's hound. Hahaku was shamed, but felt no remorse. So great was his rage that he darted across the fire pit and bit the chief's hand.
A bold move.
No, an impulsive and prideful one. The chief and his son struck at Hahaku, cursing him. The hound ran into the village, seeking shelter in the tents and kennels. The other dogs snapped at him, and the tribe's people threw stones at him. Before the chief could reach him, the tribe had torn Hahaku apart. Now, what should you carry from this tale?
Respect all equally.
Very true. Hahaku thought himself above the others and expected his position to protect him. But you're far too old now for an old woman to be reminding you to watch how you behave, hmm?
Yep. You aren't comparing my Mabari to Hahaku, are you?
It's a story worth repeating. That's all. Be off with you then. Tell your brother farewell before he rides off to war.
Yeah. Right then. Alright, what's in here? Cat. Pile of sacks. Sack.
And I'm off.
Sack. Got quartz in it. Oh, pardon me. Why does it seem like there's a sneaky doorway here? Is that just me? I swear on that map, look, there's a gap. Maybe it's done on purpose. It's a bit dangerous.
Yes.
There's no way through. Servant and a servant. Say you just stood here staring.
Terran and the Arl are leaving before dawn. It will be such a long night.
We will serve you well while the Terran is gone.
Oh, that's nice. Why is it just like piles of rocks everywhere? Thought we were a very well-to-do family, but this place seems a bit run down.
Good evening, my lord.
Okay, so I've been through here. Did I go into that? Must have done. So I've got to go up here into the study and that room. I think I went into that room. Yeah, so I've been in there. Let's go this way. Any more special books? No, apparently not. Nothing in here? Book. Is there nothing? Yeah? Right, let's talk to this fella.
Hello,
Aldous.
my dear boy. By chance, I am beginning to teach these young squires about your family's history.
Do we have to? History is boring.
Boys, you are referring to the Couslands, the very family in whose castle you live. Show some respect.
The same taskmaster, I see.
If the mind is not exercised, it withers just as the body does. Perhaps you'd care to join me in teaching the lesson?
Oh, yeah. Do. Certainly.
Wonderful. Oh, the Cousland history is long indeed. Where shall we start?
We predate the founding of the kingdom, yes?
Well, I'm glad some of my lessons don't disappear into that yawning chasm between your ears, young man.
It's your skill as a tutor, of course.
If I were truly a skilled tutor, I suspect I would not encounter such insouciance amongst my pupils. You can look that up later. At any rate, your family
Thanks.
has held the Ternier of High Ever since before King Calenhad united Ferelden. In fact, Tierna Elethea Kuslan battled Calenhad to maintain High Ever's independence.
We oppose the king.
The Kuslans are ardent royalists now, but at that time, Calenhad was unknown and considered dangerous by many. When Calenhad's army reached High Ever, Tierna Elethea led the local bands against him. Obviously, Calenhad won.
Calenhad let us keep the Tenir.
Calenhad wished to unite Ferelden, not conquer it. After Elethea's men were defeated, Calenhad asked her to swear fealty. The boulder where they held council still stands today as a memorial of that event.
Time to end the lesson, I think.
Thank you for indulging an old man.
I think you need some sleep, old man.
We have to listen to you now.
Silence! I will not have you two becoming smart-mouthed hooligans. Perhaps you should go. I doubt they need any more distraction. I'm just going to settle in here and apparently just talk to myself.
Poor old fella, eh? Ooh, pardon me. Right. I looked in this room, yeah. It's everything then, so we go up here.
And my dear Bryce bought this back from Orlais last year. The Marquis who gave it to him was drunk, I understand, and mistook Bryce for the king. Ah, here is my younger son. I take it by the presence of that troublesome hound of yours that the situation in the kitchen is handled?
Yes. There were giant rats in the larder.
Marvelous. Just the thing for my guests to hear right before dinner. Darling, you remember Lady Landra, Ban Lawrence's wife?
I think we last met at your mother's spring salon.
Weren't you drunk? Yes.
I'm so proud of my pup's mastery of tact and diplomacy.
Well, it was a lovely salon, from what little I remember.
Which wouldn't be much, considering we had to pour you into the carriage afterwards.
You remember my son, Dyron. He's riding with your father tomorrow.
It's good to see you again, my lord.
And you, Dyron.
And this is my lady-in-waiting, Iona. Do say something, dear.
It is a great honor, my lord. I have heard many wonderful things about you.
Simply right.
Now, Eleanor, but I believe the girl has a crush on your lad.
Lady Landra.
Hush, Landra. You'll turn the poor thing scarlet.
These posh people. Perhaps we should speak alone sometime, Iona.
As it pleases you, my lord.
I think perhaps I shall rest now, my dear. Dyron, I will see you and Iona at supper.
Perhaps we'll retire to the study for now.
Oh, well, perhaps I can
Evening, your lordship.
chase her. Can I talk to my mother now?
You should say goodbye to Fergus while you have the chance.
Oh, she get right up in my face. Do you know there's a Grey Warden here?
Yes, your father mentioned that. You haven't got it into your head that you want to be recruited.
Would that be so bad?
There's enough here at the castle to occupy you. I don't need you off chasing danger like your brother.
Are you staying at the castle?
For a few days. Then I'll travel with Lady Landra to her estate and keep her company for a time. Your father thinks my presence here might undermine your authority.
As you wish.
Good. was worried you might be nervous about running the castle alone. I needn't have been concerned.
I have a bad feeling about all this.
Your father and brother are marching off to fight Maker knows what. All the assurances in the world don't comfort me.
My face doesn't move at all.
Arms and follow. Fergus and your father have their duty and we have ours.
I should go.
I love you, my darling boy. You know that, don't you?
Yeah.
Go
Love you
do what
too.
you must, then.
Love you, Mum.
See you soon.
It reminds me of was it Me, Myself and Irene? Study. Let's find Iona. Are you here? There's Dyrant. There she is. Let's have a chat, shall we?
That's a wonderful dog. He seems very noble and intelligent.
Oh, he is.
Greetings once again, my lord.
I haven't seen many elven ladies in waiting. Or should I just say good evening?
Farewell, my lord.
Oh,
Good
what?
luck on managing this castle in the coming months.
What?
I imagine it shall be very difficult.
Oh,
Greetings once again, my lord.
there we go. Okay. I haven't seen many elven ladies in waiting.
Lady
Let's try
Lambert
again.
has been very good to me. I am lucky. If I may, your mother has no ladies in waiting herself. Is that usual for a noble woman of her rank?
She doesn't care to be fussed over.
That is not a sentiment I see amongst other noble women.
How did you come to know Lady Landra?
My family has been in service to hers for many years. Lady Landra elevated my place as a reward for our loyalty. I hope this position might pass to my daughter.
You have a daughter?
Forgive me, I shouldn't have mentioned her.
Oh, but that's a bit creepy though, isn't it? Nah, let's go for that. She has your beautiful
She
eyes.
does. Many people say she looks a great deal like me. I'm the only one who sees her father in her.
Sounds like Lady Landra has been good to you.
Lady Landra is good to her elven servants. That is not true in many households, but I hear it is in yours. It speaks well of your father to show such compassion.
We should get to know each other better.
Aren't we doing just that? What else did you have in mind?
Ooh. Getting together and talking after all this is over.
My time is not my own, of course, but if Lady Landra's path should cross yours, I would love to see you. Another time, I hope.
Oh. It ends?
Greetings once again, my lord.
Ah, here we go. Very pretty, if I might say so.
Very kind, thank you.
Tell me more about yourself.
I am an open book, my lord. What would you like to know?
Is there anyone special? What do you think of humans, actually?
That is an awkward question. What do you mean?
Find them different.
Sometimes, but to be honest, we elves have lost much of our history. Few speak our language anymore, and many do not know what being elven means. We live amongst you, worship as you do, sing the same songs, eat the same foods. I am a Ferelden woman, yet my race will always set me apart.
How does she know she's an elf? Or anyone special?
No longer. I have little time for such things.
Surely you're joking. Someone as beautiful as you.
You flatter me, my lord. I am not so pretty that suitors are lining up, if that's what you mean.
That's something else. Let's try this again.
Aren't we doing just that? What else did you have in mind?
Something more intimate.
I see. I think I might like that. If I come to your door once everyone is asleep. Would that be agreeable, my lord?
Yes. That would be very agreeable. Oh dear. Quest updated. Oh. Fantastic. Let's not care about that fella. We don't care about Dyron. Dyron. Alright, let's carry on. Hello, Captain Jack Harper.
Yes.
Open the door. Nothing in there anyway. Right.
All right.
Get to the interrupting my brother. Oh, don't have the key. Don't have a key. Open this door. So, okay, so he's in there. Is that? This is my bedroom. Can't even open my own chest. No. Not the first time.
And I'm off.
But I think it's first. I mean, I remember playing it when it like first came out.
That sword, Oren, and I'll get you the mightiest one I can find, I promise. I'll be back before you know it.
I wish victory was indeed so certain. My heart is disquiet.
Don't frighten the boy, love. I speak the truth. And here's my little brother to see me off. Now dry your eyes, love, and wish me well.
It's a bit full on, but no, not the first time I played it. But normally you always used to play the elves or the dwarves. Well, I'm replaying it because obviously with the announcement of Veilguard and all that kind of jazz, I thought, you know, blow off the dust off the old box, get it out. No Darkspawn could harm Fergus.
As anyone, despite his refusal to believe.
Now, love, no need to be grim.
Do you know there's a Grey Warden in the castle?
Really? Was he riding a griffin?
Shh, Oren. Griffins only exist in stories now.
I'd heard that. Did he say why he's come?
Excited, potentially. It all kind of depends. To be honest, it looked more combat kind of driven, like Dragon Age 2. From the general theme of it, from like the trailer that I've seen.
Good for him. I hope he makes it. If I were a Grey Warden, though, I'd have my eye on you. Not that Father would ever allow it. Then the Owl's men are delayed. You'd think his men were all walking backwards. Well, I'd better get underway. So many Darkspawn to behead, so little time. Off we go then. I'll see you soon, my love.
I would hope, dear boy, that you plan to wait for us before taking your leave.
Be well, my son. I will pray for your safety every day you are gone.
Look at his armor. It's way cooler than mine. I guess we'll be fine.
I'm telling you, no Darkspawn will ever best me.
The Maker sustain and preserve us all.
Watch over our sons, husbands and fathers, and bring them safely back to us.
And bring us some ale and wenches while you're at it. For the men, of course.
Fergus, you would say this in front of your mother?
What's a wench? Is that what you pull on to get the bucket out of the well?
A
Yeah.
wench is a woman that pours the ale in a tavern, Orin. Or a woman who drinks a lot of ale.
I think it was definitely underrated. I think it copped a very
I'll miss
bad
you,
rap
Mother
because it
dear.
came out
You'll take care of
obviously after Origins and
Oh, good.
yeah, a lot of people didn't like the very drastic changes between the first game and the second game.
You'll want to get an early night. You've much to do tomorrow.
Okay, now. You taking the fucking piss? Think. Someone's just chucked something through the fucking window. Yes. Oh my lord. Fucking hell, someone's just chucked something through the fucking window.
Your hound is making so
This shit's going on now.
seems so angry.
Well, not through the window. Give me a second. Holy shit. You gotta be fucking pissing me, man. Shut the fucking window. Oh. Well, I think it's the sort of shit that happens in every country, isn't it? A bunch of young kids have had the window open just to let a nice breeze in. And a group of young youths have walked past and thrown an apple through the fucking open window. Because apparently, young people don't have anything better to do. I assume. Perhaps something is wrong.
I thought I heard yelling when I woke up, but now I hear nothing. I'm gonna see if someone's in the hall.
Oh.
Not bad. Not enough.
Perhaps I should get my stuff. Where's all my clothes? Okay, let's put them on. Yeah, like I said, they ain't got anything better to do, clearly. The only problem is that they've managed to damage the bloody light shade. I mean, that's rather unfortunate.
And I'm off.
Okay. What's going on? Right, yeah, level up.
Darling, I heard fighting outside and I feared the worst. Are you hurt?
I was about to ask you, those men killed Iona.
What? The elven girl? But why? Her scream woke me up. There were men in the hall, so I barred the door. Did you see their shields? Those are Howl's men. Why would they attack us?
He's betrayed father. He attacks while our troops are gone.
You don't think Howl's men were delayed? On purpose? That bastard. I'll cut his lying throat myself. Have you seen your father? He never came to bed.
No, I haven't. I was in my room.
We must find him.
Still handle a weapon.
Orlesian wallflower. Give me a sword and I'll use it. Now let's go.
I don't have a sword.
Going.
Okay. Give you a mace. Level up. No, pardon me. Just go stealing. Right, level up the dog. Let's get strength. Okay. She's a warrior, so that's fine.
Perhaps we can salvage some things here, darling. Some of your father's belongings are in that trunk.
Which trunk? Oh, this one. Okay. That'll do, you can... That does 6, that does 5, let's put... There we go, and then you can have... Dagger. Oh, do you want a mason shield? Yeah, mason shield does more damage, doesn't it? Yeah, no.
No! My little Oren! What manner of fiend slaughters innocents?
Well, don't look, mother.
Oh, look. I'll remember this day when Hal dies, screaming like the dog he is. Oh, poor fuckers. Let's go, I don't want to see this.
You just said you wanted to look. Right, well. I'm going to have to leave this here anyway, because now I've got to try and have a look at fixing this bloody lampshade and hope it's not completely fucked. Because thanks to a group of what look like young teenagers, because it's now school holidays. You know, thanks, schools, for putting kids on holiday, you fuckers. Save. Right then. No, save. Right, cheerio, bye.